Welcome out with a Finn to the first hiking trip of the summer. Together with my spouse and our dog Kerttu, we will hike to this beautiful remote location surrounded by sand beaches. I will do some fishing, we'll relax at the campfire and stay for the night in a tent. So come along and see how it goes. Enjoy! We only have like a few kilometers to hike to our destination, but I'm super excited because I took the fishing rod with me, so it's going to be my first time fishing this summer. We have planned just a small hike this time because we just want to test out all of our stuff, all of the gear before going for an actual hike. This is our first time spending a night like this after last summer. That's moose poop. Although it's real sunny, it's still only around plus 12 degrees, and in the night it should go to plus 4, so it's going to be a relatively chilly trip. That right there is a licking stone for moose and reindeer, but it's crazy. I visited this place last winter and it was so much shorter. Now it's 2 meters high. There was a lot of snow here. Oh no, apparently they're going to fix this summer. So the way the government repairs this is that they bring these planks here during winter with a snowmobile, and now in the summer, once the ground is melted, they will come here and put this in place. And right there you can see the old planks underneath. Oh no, that's looking nasty. Wow. Although it was really nice skiing on the ice here last winter, it definitely is more beautiful now in the summer. Oh wow, what a stunning place. Ooh, look at that lizard. That's called a common lizard, sisilisko in Finnish. I guess we'll have some sand in the tent this evening. But at least Kerttu is enjoying this. It was 2.7 kilometers, so not a bad walk. But I mean, this place is just stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Sand beaches all over the place. Unfortunately, the water is just crazy cold. Can't go for a swim this time, but wow, this place is so beautiful. I mean, right here would be a perfectly flat spot for the tent, but it's awfully windy here. I think we need to set up the camp somewhere deeper into the forest. Last time I spent the night here, but I guess we'll stay in the tent this time. Oh, nice. A lot of firewood. And right here in the cover of this ridge line here, there's much more cover from the wind. But let's see, we are not in a hurry to set up the camp, so let's see if the wind turns down, because that place would be so amazing. Let's try casting a few times to see if we are lucky. Let's go for it. First cast of the season. Oh man, it feels good. What a place to be fishing in. I know it's not perfect time at the moment. It's currently around 4 p.m. but I was just way too excited and couldn't wait to just throw a few times. I think that was enough for now. It's not the best time of the day to be fishing, so let's just first go set up the camp, probably make some dinner and then try our luck. Now the question is that who can remember how this is supposed to be set up? Lumista kiinni. Ja oikein päin, eli tää on nyt just väärin päin. Näin mun mielestä me tullaan ole aika suorassa. Tohon.
Hei.
A surprisingly good pitch, although it was the first of the summer. Alright, let's set up the rest later. We're already getting really hungry, so time to make dinner.
Nyt jo se suola.
Good old makkaraperuna, French fries and sausage. No, aika yllättävä. Now would you look at that? Now that's done, and by the way, she does not sit on a chair like this at the table at home. The exception of being outdoors. The grease comes off easiest if I just heat up some water. Ah, she's hungry as well. Help me, I'm trapped. Help me, I'm being held captive. Hei. Hei, siinä paikka. Kerttu. No. Hyvä. I bought a new pillow. Let's try it for the first time. Nemo Philo. Alright, time for a small break and let's go fishing after that. Now we ran out of drinking water, but thankfully now in the summer I don't have to melt snow or boil water. I can just use a regular filter. The water is filled with those tiny creatures. It's not sand, they are swimming in it. I think they are mosquito babies. Oh, thankfully I'm going to filter the water. I have a brand new filter here, so let's see how quickly it gets the job done. But I mean, that was just fast. Kiitos Kerttu. Hei. Now I just have to repeat this quite many times. It's crazy to think that just a few months ago I was here in minus 29 degrees watching crazy northern lights over the ice on this lake. Well, a little bit more than a few months, but what would I say? 4 months ago? 5 months ago? Now before we go fishing, let me tell you more about this awesome watch that we use to navigate here. Before heading out, I planned the full route in the Coros app and synced it to my watch. So during the hike, instead of pulling out my phone all the time, I could just navigate straight from my wrist. I can zoom in and out with the top button to quickly check what's ahead on the trail. And if I go off the route, the watch immediately alerts me. Especially in terrain like this, it just makes staying on track a lot easier. And this is something I use a lot out here. I can pin locations along the way, water sources, campsites, fishing spots, and even leave a quick voice note like "good campsite here with the toilet." So later on I don't forget where the best spots were. Everything syncs to the Coros app, so I can come back to these places afterwards. It also tracks all the basics like distance, elevation, speed, heart rate, and during the activity I can easily change between the map and the data. Combined with the battery lasting up to 22 days and around 50 hours with the GPS turned on, I really don't have to think much about charging it even on longer trips. Now if you want to enhance your hiking experience, you can find the Coros Nomad watch linked in the description and use the code OWL with a fin to get a free strap whenever you order one. But let's go fishing now. I think I might know the reason if I don't catch any fish. Kerttu does not know the etiquette. Now she's barking to the fishing lure. Oh man, I don't think this fishing trip will be that successful. I mean, I can't really focus on fishing that much because I'm just looking at Kerttu going crazy here. She's definitely excited to be on her first camping trip of the summer. I think that's enough for now. No fish this time.
Saattaa.
For supper we'll just heat up some cheese bread. Istu siihen. Saattaa.
Kiitos.
My plan was to catch us some fish for supper, so this was just the backup. What a beautiful summer evening, and it's relatively warm still, but we are already hopping the bed. We're just tired from the day. All right, all snuggled in here. Kerttu as well. But tomorrow we still have an exciting day ahead. We are going to hike on top of the Arctic hill that's right next to us. So, see you guys in the morning. Well, good morning. It is crazy windy here. Crazy wind. I am so glad we had the tent there and not out there in the open. That would have been crazy. But let's go make a fire, it's freezing. Oh no, the fire went off. So let's try this again. For breakfast, I warm up some apple cinnamon custard pancakes. And to my pancakes I'll add some strawberry preserve with champagne. This is the only one I found that was this small. The jam is surprisingly good. Wow. I mean, I slept pretty well last night otherwise, but our neighbors with their dogs just made a lot of noise in the evening. We went to sleep at around 9 p.m. and I think our neighbors stayed up until like midnight. Now that's done. In a wind like this, you really don't want to leave anything burning. Alright, I think it's time to go pack our stuff and hike on top of that Arctic hill. Although I would really like to catch some fish on this trip, I don't feel like fishing in this wind. So I have to just do another fishing trip in the near future. Oh, now that we don't have the tent here blocking the wind, it's getting really cold. Let's get in cover from the wind and fill our water bottles. It's freezing in here. The waves are pretty high, so let's see how I'm able to get water from there to filter it. Oi, 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 oi. No, nee. I do have waterproof shoes, but the water went too high and now I have wet socks. I might look into getting a different filter for this summer, because I just replaced the filter in this one. I filtered probably 3 liters of water yesterday and it's getting already really slow. So I was thinking that I might need to look for an alternative. Alright, now let's go and put on the hike activity, navigation, and navigate the rest of the trail. Alright, all packed up, let's go. Yeah, that was a lovely place. And once again, I'm going to put this location to the description of this video, if any one of you is interested in visiting it. Hyppää! There is a crazy amount of moose poop on this trail. We see that all the time. And last time I was here, I saw the moose on the island. So there really must be a lot of moose on this area. Ah, we're starting to get some views. But we need to still continue higher. We made it to the top. These views are just spectacular. Whew. Wow. We'll just have a coffee break up here. This is covered from the wind. Oh, it's saying that we are off the route. So yeah, we'll just have a coffee break here where we are in cover from the wind, although the views are not that good. And a little bit of pancakes. All right, let's continue. Bye bye views. Oh, it's getting a bit steep here. Huh? I already thought that we ran out of views, that we were going down, but look, we just climbed on another hill. This is a really stunning place, and it's really weird because this is not even that popular hiking trail. You can also see it how overly grown the trails are at some parts. Oh wow. I mean, check out this. Would like to spend some more time watching these views, but it's crazy windy up here. But we were just speaking that it's a surprise that this place isn't more popular or even be considered as a national park, because this is way more spectacular trail compared to many places, many even national parks that we have visited. This truly is worth the visit. Survived from that hill. I think the rest of the trail is just walking on this kind of road. It will be much easier from here on. And I think that Kerttu enjoyed this trip the most, at least yesterday on the beach and now on these sand roads.
Jäätävä tuuli.
Oh no, look at that snake! Oh no, somebody drove over it with a car. Rest in peace, Mr. Snake. Oh yes, we made it. And now let's end the activity. So today we walked 6.68 kilometers in 2 hours and 20 minutes. Now the watch came really handy on this trip to navigate. Not yesterday that much because the trail was so clear, but especially today on those hills. We actually had a few moments where we didn't follow the correct path and the watch alerted me that we are off the trail, so I could just navigate back with the watch. So that really came handy. If you got interested of the watch, you can find it listed in the description, and just remember to use the code ALL to get a free strap when ordering. And if you enjoyed this video, check out this one right here when I spent a night here in minus 29 degrees last winter and I saw the most spectacular northern lights I've ever seen. But otherwise, thank you for watching and see you on our next adventure.